This first tape is a tape on Jun Fan Gung Fu, which is the base system for Jeet Kune Do. Jun Fan Gung Fu is an established system of progression, but Jeet Kune Do was Bruce Lee's own personal martial art. It was based on his investigation, his creativity, his research. So in order to go into Jeet Kune Do, we have to understand his investigation, his research, his experiment. But the base system, before we can even get to that stage, is Jun Fan Gung Fu. So this tape here will show you the basics, as taught to me by Bruce Lee during the 1964 to 1971 era. And I hope you enjoy it, and I hope this will bring insight into Bruce Lee's system, because it's important that you have the two parts, the basic material that he taught in the Jun Fan Gung Fu, and then to find your own particular Jeet Kune Do, which, as you said before, it can be taught, Jeet Kune Do, but it really cannot be standardized because it has to be tailor-made like a coat. Everyone cannot fit into a size 38 coat. Some will fit into a 42, some will fit into a 36. But every man has to tailor the system or the material that you're given. Okay, thank you very much. Bruce Lee was a boxing fan, and he really liked boxing. And at that time, if you can remember that far, people were just doing karate, so it was point karate. And he didn't like that. He thought he enjoyed boxing matches better than karate matches at that time because it was point, and it would just take your point and then go back to the corner and then take the point. And he wanted something to flow. So what he did was, because he liked boxing so much, and as you know, Bruce Lee was the boxing champion, high school boxing champion in Hong Kong. He put in the boxing movements of Western boxing, took the kicks from different Chinese systems and both Southern and Northern systems, and he started to play around with it. In the beginning, we wore a lot of armor, like we wore baseball shin guards, we wore body protector, we wore face masks, we wore elbow pads, we wore boxing gloves. We experimented with boxing gloves, finger gloves, and nobody was doing it at that time period. The only people that were doing in the United States at that time period would probably be Bando. Bando is a Burmese, Indian, Chinese, and Tibetan martial art. And the JKD people in Bando people at that time were the only one that were doing full contact karate. And this is how it evolved, And then later on, we started taking away the shin guards, we started taking away the body protector, we started taking away the face mask, and then all we used was the boxing headgear, and that became kickboxing. At first, I coined the term Chinese kickboxing. He says, no, just call it Chinese boxing, because Chinese boxing is what he wanted to be called. And then later on, we start using the word Chinese kickboxing, and then kickboxing, or Jun Fan kickboxing. The first footwork that I like to go over with you is called the step and slide. You step and slide forward, and you step and slide back. Again, if you go forward 3 inches with your foot, you replace it 3 inches. If you go back 3 inches, you replace it. If it's 6 inches, you go forward 6 inches with the real foot. Again, step and slide forward, and step and slide back. Repeat it again. Step and slide forward, step and slide back. If I give you this angle over here, step and slide forward, step and slide back. The second footwork is called the slide and step. I'll give you the front view. You slide and step forward, slide and step back. Again, slide and step forward, slide and step back. I'll give you from this side over here, slide and step forward, slide and step back, slide and step forward, slide and step back. Give you the right side again. sliding step forward, sliding step back, sliding step forward, sliding step back. The third footwork that we learn is what's called a push shuffle. This is just like the step and slide, but you push off the rear leg. To go back, you push off the front leg. Rear leg to go forward, front leg to go back. So to give you the side view over here, you're going to push off this foot like you have a sprinter on the starting block. You want to push forward and push back. It's not a step and slide. This is a push, step and slide, push, step and slide back. If I give you the view from this side here again, this is a push, step and slide, a push, step and slide. As opposed to the step and slide, this is a push, step and slide, push, step and slide. Okay, the fourth footwork that we use is called a side step. Side step to the right and side to the left. Side step to the right and then side step to the left. Repeat it again, side step to the right and slide step to the left. If you give it the side view here, side step to the right, side step to the left, side step to the right, side step to the left. If I give you this view over here, please. Slide to the right, slide to the left, slide to the right, slide to the left. Some of the basic ones that we do after that will be called the heel and toe sway. The side view, I'm going to give you the side view first. You go up on the heel, you go back. So this is what's called the heel and toe sway. Back, forward, back. If I give you to the front, it's going to look something like this. I'll give you this side over here. Okay, those are the basic footwork. Then you have, if you have a right step, which is this movement here, then a left step, we have a curving to the right. If we curve to the right again, it's going to look something like this, okay, and back. If we curve the left again, this is the left step, as opposed to the curving to the left, curving to the left, curving to the left, curving to the left. The next footwork that I like to go through is called a rock or shuffle. I'll give you the side view. You're just sort of hopping back. If I over-exaggerate, it's like going like this, but what you're going to do is just move back and forth like this. You're up on the balls of your feet, moving forward, back. You're not going to stay too long, but just something like this. I'll give the front view. It's going to be something like this. Give you this view over here. Okay. Some of the first things we learned was to learn how to fight from a natural position. So we call this a natural position. It could be like this. It could be like this. This is different postures that we learn. And then we drop back into a stance. When we drop back into the Baijong stance, as we refer to, the toe is pointed 45 degrees. This foot is facing the same line. The heel is raised. Almost like a boxer. It's a boxing stance. At that time period, he wanted us to go on the right lead. The reason for this was because if the right hand was the strongest hand, he wanted the strongest hand and foot to the front. And since the left hand was weaker, we put it back for more power. However, here in the year 2000, we fight both left lead and we fight right lead. The hand position, we can have the hand position here, hand position here. It doesn't matter, but as long as the hands are moving, when we got in close to the part, we want the hands up. For up in hand position, this is where we want the hands. But it could be like this, it could be like this. It doesn't matter. As long as we recover, it's not really the hand is constantly moving in place. You want to have your hands moving. You don't want them dropping down too much, but just keep it up here and handle the position from here. This is both right and left lead. So at that time period in 1960, he wanted everything in a right lead. And about 80% of our training was in the right lead, and there was about 20% of our training at that time period in a left lead. But here in the year of 2000, we go left and right, and I'll let them choose. I'll let my students choose what stance they want to be in, left or right. What I would like to do right now is just go through some basic movements that we do. We like to teach the head slip to the left, head slip to the right, head slip back. When you slip back, slip to the left, slip to the right, you're going to go back and forth. Now this is the bob, which is a combination of a duck, and then bob and weave to the left, bob and weave to the right. So again, you hit the hand motion for the upper body is back 3 positions, left, right, and back. Bob, bob, bob and weave to the left, bob and weave to the right. After we learn the footworks by ourselves, we then bring in a partner to help us. This is called a mirror image drill. So I'm going to ask Rick Young to come in with Eric Paulson, and we'll show you how this drill works. Okay? If he advances, the person retreats. If he retreats, he advances. If he moves to his right, he moves to his left. This is important. We're just learning how to relate to the opponent in front of us, keeping the same space if possible. The use of the focus gloves were taught to me by Bruce Lee in 1964, and I'd like to show some of the basic drills we did during that time period, and I still think they're valid here in the year 2000. So the first thing we're going to learn is to attack by drawing. That means I'm going to draw the jab, I'm going to draw it with the Puk Sao, I'm going to follow up with 3 punches, any 3 punches that he signals, and then I'm going to kick. I'm going to do that slowly again. I draw the lead punch, I throw back 3 punches. We call this attack by combination. One more time, slowly again. This is Puk Sao, follow with the Ping Choi, the Now Choi, the Ping Choi, and the Now Kick. One more time, very slowly. Back, cross, hook, cross, and then Now Kick. That's the first basic. The second basic I'd like to share with you was called Lin Seal Da. That means to attack and defend at the same time. So you pop down, hit, you follow with 3 punches that he signals, and then you follow with any kick. Right now he's just using the Now Kick for the sake of simplicity again. So defend and attack at the same time, follow with 3 punches, and then kick. One more time slowly. This is 1, 1, 2, 3, and then kick. The third one is called Hapak. What you have to be careful here is you don't want to pat it too much because it'll come up and hit your head. And if that does happen, then you'll have to cover. But Hapak goes 1. Now I'm going to start with the jab first, then the cross, then the hook, then the cross, and come back. Again, very slowly. Catch, jab, cross, hook, cross, now kick. Again, slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now kick. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now kick. You notice that sometimes when I do the Hapak, I'll return the cross. Sometimes I do the Hapak, I'll return the jab. And then follow with the 3 punches or 4 punches that he signals. What we'd like to do now is show you some basic counters in the Junfan Jeet Kune Do. And this is for the jab. So when he hits the jab here, okay, I want you to slip and hit. Follow with any 3 punches that he signals. Okay? And you can follow with any kick. Right now I'm using the Now Kick as a basic kick, but you can use any kick that follows up. Okay, one more time again slowly. Pak Da. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then kick. Again slowly. That's 1, cross, uppercut, cross, then Now Kick. That's the first one. The second one, rather than hit the high line like this, you're going to hit the low line. Then you're going to come over with the cross, the hook, the cross, then the Now Kick. One more time again slowly. Pak Da, cross, up, cross, Now Kick. Again slowly. 1, cross, hook, cross, Now Kick. The other one can be any technique, the third one. So you pak, you kick, Now Kick, follow with 3 punches that he signals, then come back to that position. Again slowly. Pak, Now Kick, cross, hook, cross, Now Kick. Again slowly. Pak, Now Kick, cross, hook, cross. In the development of Junfan kickboxing, Bruce, he researched a lot of different systems at that time, the known systems at that time. He would observe them. And the thing he liked about the Muay Thai was the rear leg power. He felt, though, that the front leg wasn't active enough at that time period. You have to look at the time period that he was in and why he made these things. A lot of it came from Don Drager's book. I don't know if you're aware of Don Drager's book, you know. And he classified the Thais as saying, well, the uppercut is non-existent. Of course, that's where Bruce Lee did his research. And at that time, a lot of Thais didn't uppercut. And the reason why they don't uppercut is because the knee is in the same range. So the knee took care of the uppercut. He says, but he liked the elbows of the Thais. He said, well, that's a powerful tool. He didn't, in Don Drager's book, he mentions about the jab was not seen very much, almost non-existent, okay? And that's the reason why, because they foot jab with their foot. So you have to look at why he came to this thinking at that time period. They said the hook was almost non-existent, and the reason why, on the tight hook, the Thais use the elbow, because the elbow is in range, in tight. They don't have to use the overhead, because the tight hook is in the same range as the elbow, and the elbow will cut the face up more. And it's more punishing than sometimes the left hook. And the kick, he referred to the Thai boxers as the John L. Sullivan with the leg. All this is true depending who you're watching at that time. But if you look at the Thai boxer now, they jab, they cross, they have good hands, supplemented with devastating knees, devastating elbows, devastating kicks. So what he was looking at and observing from and taking his research from is what Don Drager was saying and what he had seen. He felt that they weren't alive, that there was no broken rhythm. But that was true, may have been true maybe in the 60s and in the 70s, but it's not true here in the year, by coming in 1980, 1990, 2000, because things evolve. The other thing he took from was Savat. Now, many other writings and many of the literature said he did not take from Savat, but I know different, because I was there when he researched it. I was there when he actually kicked and looked at the Super 8 of French fighters. There was a French, I don't know where he got the tape. There was a French champion in Savat, and he was watching it on Super 8 and 8mm film, and he analyzed it, and he said, oh, I like this. This is a very punishing kick. Coup de bas, which is the kick when they lift up, you know. He says, this is really good. And he liked the way they use their legs, because he said, Savat people, or boxers won't say Savat, they box with their feet. And that's what he liked. And he liked boxing. So he started to put all these elements together. And then he took the kicks, he thought, from northern systems and from southern Chinese systems to see how they work. And that became Junfan kickboxing. It fit him. For us, we might have to find another path, but for Bruce Lee, that was the path he chose. Elements of Thai boxing, elements of Savat. And he liked the headbutts of the Burmese boxers. So he incorporated that into his own personal system. And I don't care what anybody writes about in all the books and all the magazines, he did have those elements in it. Many people don't know. They say, well, he only took it mainly from Wing Chun, which is a strong, at that point, had a strong Wing Chun background. But in the kick ranging, says you don't use that kind of punching. You have to use attack by combination, what he called ABC. What we like to demonstrate now is the hook counter series. So we're going to start with what we call the 1-3 series. He's going to throw the jab, you're going to catch it, you're going to cover on the hook, throw 3 punches, whatever he signals, and then come back with any one kick that you want. One more time again. Catch it, cover it, cross, hook, cross, and then kick. Okay, again, 1, 2, cross, hook, cross, and then now tap. That's the first one. The second one, you catch it, you bob and weave, you throw 3 punches, and you kick. Now, when you bob and weave, you can go like this and throw 3 punches, okay? Or you can bob and weave and hit the gut and throw 3 punches, and then kick. Again, slowly. This is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then kick. The other one is you catch, you simultaneously cover, throw 3 punches, and then you kick. One more time, slowly. Catch, cover, throw 3 punches that he signals. Again, catch, cover, 1, 2, 3, and then kick. Okay, now we're going to show you the ways we can feed them. We call this the jab hook series, or we call it 1-3, because the 1 is a jab and 3 is a hook, and you cover. Okay, that's the first way we feed the series. One way is to jab and then hook. then you follow with 3 punches. One way is to throw the low jab and then hook. Then you follow with 3 punches. Then you throw the cross, and then you cover up for the hook. Then you throw the low cross and cover up for the hook. Then you fake the cross, and then low hook. Find fake low cross and hook. Okay? Then you go single direct with the hook. Okay? You can either kick with this leg here and throw the hook. These are the ways, and then you go into the 3 punches. This is essential that you feed it all these different ways. So again, these are the ways we counter the hook. These are the cross counters, and we're going to counter on the second motion. In other words, he's going to throw the high jab, okay, and I'm going to counter the rear hand. Or he'll throw the low jab, and I'll counter the rear hand. Or he'll throw the lead round kick, and he'll throw the rear hand. Or he'll fake the jab, and then throw the rear hand. Or he'll fake the low jab, and throw the rear hand. Or even fake the kick, and throw the rear hand. So I'm going to start off with the very basic, and as I said before, this was taught in a right lead. But through the years, we've gone equally left lead and right lead. So I'm going to explain slowly what's going to happen. When he throws the jab, he's going to throw the cross, and you're going to shoulder roll like this. But as you shoulder roll, you simulate kicking the groin by kicking the inner thigh. I'm going to repeat that again. You simulate kicking the groin by kicking the inner thigh, follow with 3 punches of your choice, and then come back. Again, slow motion, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then back. Again, slowly, catch, shoulder roll, cross, hook, cross, and then kick. Okay, the next one we're going to do is the bob and weave. So you catch this, you're going to bob and weave under. You can throw 2 punches and 1 kick. One more time. So you bob and weave under, hook, cross, and kick. Also, when you bob and weave under, you can hit the gut, hook and cross, and throw the kick. Again, slowly, you hit, hook, cross, and then punch. Okay. The next one, you can do it 3 ways. So anytime you parry on the outside, you can hit low, you can hit high, you can hit on outside of the hand. Those are the 3 ways again. You can parry and hit low and follow with 3 punches. Or 2 punches. You can hit high and follow with 3 punches. Or after that time, you come back, follow with 3 punches or 2 punches, and come back. Very slowly again. 1, 2, follow with 3 punches, back again. Okay, 1, 2, ish. One more time. Let me explain this, why we train this way. At the time, Bruce Lee, we couldn't get the glove, or I couldn't get the glove back in time. So how this started, you're really supposed to catch it, and then you're supposed to bring the glove back, and you throw 3 punches. Okay? I was never fast enough, so what he used to teach me is just to go ahead and throw the first punch, and he would follow up with 2 punches and come back. Originally, if you're fast enough, you should get the focus glove back here, throw 3 punches, and back. But because I wasn't fast enough for the focus glove, he just made me wing it, and then 1, 2, and then back to here. Okay? But the original way, as I said before, you parry, your hand should come back to here, throw the 3 punches. Okay? If the trainer or the holder is not quick enough, what I want you to do is throw it and then set the 2 punches up and then kick. Jun Fan is the base system. It has curriculum in it. It has a definite pattern. Jeet Kune Do really is it stems off of Jun Fan Kung Fu. He wanted you to have the base in Jun Fan Kung Fu. And Jeet Kune Do was really Bruce Lee's personal system. And as I tell people before, it can be taught, but you would be losing it if you started to standardize it, because everyone is individual. Things that Bruce Lee did, and this is what people don't realize, what he did, a lot of people can't do. Like, he could really shell-shock a person with his lead jab. A lot of people can't now. We could score with that. We could put the guy off balance with it. We might even hurt him, but we can't take a man out. He had tremendous power, and we don't have that, you know. He had speed that it flabbergasted me. You know, I was a conference champion in my college, and he used to catch me like I was just in slow motion. It was like a bad dream. I've never met anybody explosive as him. I've never met anybody as fast as him. And there will be people that will surpass him maybe in speed, but maybe in totality, probably not. Because he's a rare individual, and probably when God made him, he threw them all away. Intelligent. A lot of fighters not intelligent, they're just gutsy, but he was gutsy, you know. He knew the direction in which he wanted to do it purposely. He just knew the direction when he was creating this, and it was created for him. But Jun Fan Kung Fu, we have to learn how to take the system and make it for ourselves. If targets are like this, you want to sometimes do the body hook. If the target is like this, sometimes you want to come up with the uppercut. If the target's down, over like this, uppercut and back, you're going to respond. So he's going to hit to the body, you cover, you throw 3 punches, and then you can throw a kick. Cover on that side, back 1, 2, 3, and kick. Cover to the high line, back 1, 2, 3, and then kick. And then kick on that side, and 1, 2, 3, kick. Again, he's going to hit to the body. Okay, what we're going to do right now is called ABD. That's initials of attack by drawing. So we draw the high kick in. Sometimes we follow with hand tools only, okay? Sometimes we draw the high kick in, we kick the leg, follow with the hand tools, come back. Again at the high line, back, we can follow with the hand tools first, or when you come to the high line here, we kick the bottom and follow with the hand tools and come back. When it's at the low line, sometimes we wait till the foot plants, then we kick the leg, follow with 3 hand tools, and back. Or if our timing is good, we can counter it in the air and then come back. One more time again. So the kicks, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and back. On the low line, I want you to use the pop kick. This is not the only counter, but one of the many counters that you can do. Okay? Again, high line. Okay, follow with the hand tools, back. Low line, follow with the leg 2, followed by 3 hand tools. Low line again, pop kick. Now kick, 1, 2, 3, and then back. There are many ways to counter the low round kick, but for an example, if you block here, many systems use this, and then they'll follow with this kick, or they'll block with this, and they'll kick here. Those are all good. You can find it in Bando that way. You can find it in Muay Thai, Thai boxing.
You can find it in different Silat systems, different Kali systems that use this. But I'm going to show you right now the Junfan method. So when you block here, immediately you go one to the eyeball, simulate the kick to the groin, and then follow with 3 punches for the drill, okay? And then kick. One more time slowly, see? So you're going to block, hit to the eye, hit back here, follow with 3 punches of your choice, and then kick. Okay? One more time very slowly, see? You block, you go to the eyeball, you kick to the groin, follow with 3 punches of your choice, or what he signals, and then you kick. That's one possible way that you can counter. Okay, so when they kick to the line, we call this lop gurk, which means you come this way. You want to ride it so you don't take it on the rib cage. So as you ride it, I want you to either do the now tech or you do a juk tech. And then you go 3 punches that he signals to come back to here. So this is what we call lop gurk. Lop is to grab, gurk is grab the leg. And then we follow with the 3 punches of your choice and back to here. One more time slowly again. Lop gurk, follow with 3 punches and back. On this line over here, all I want you to do is establish the line here, and you're going to cover. But as you cover, I want to make sure that you kick the leg on the bottom. You kick the support leg. One more time, very slowly. You want to move off center, kick the support leg, follow with 3 punches, then come back to position. When he kicks up here, you want to follow with 3 punches of your choice, and then come back to here. What I'm going to show now are the counters to the lead side kick, which we call juk tech. It's important to realize now in the 1960s and the 1950s, side kick was a very important tool. Here in the year 2000, it may not be a very good tool to use because people are used to it. They can grab it. They can go into many different variations. But at that time period, when they side kick, we hop, we fake up here, we kick, and follow with 3 punches, and then we came back. So this is what we call hop. You fake the finger jab up, then you go into the 3 punches, and then you come back. The other way we counter this is what we call now sao. So now sao, we hook it, we kick once the leg, twice the leg, follow with 3 punches, and then back up again. Now sao again, okay, follow with the rear now tech, follow with the front now tech, follow with the 3 punches of your choice, then come back to that position. The other one, when they kick up here, you ride it, kick to the groin, or kick to the inner thigh. Okay, I'm going to show you again what this looks like. See, at this point, you kick to the inner thigh and back. But again, here in 2000, not too many attack the middle line now because it's too easy to counter. These are the counters to the spin kick, which we call Jun Tech. And you'll notice closely, if they could just demonstrate for me, see, this is the first one. You use the Dum Tech, or Jeet Dum Tech, follow with 3 punches of your choice. You can use the opposite leg, follow with 3 punches. The next one is you come in with the knee, what we call Sut, and then follow with 3 punches, and then kick. Okay? Again, 3 punches. So the holder, with the focus level, when he spins, he allows them to counter just to get used to it. Follow with 3 punches, then you kick. Again, countering with the knee again. Then he's going to counter with the cut. Counters again.
When Bruce Lee was organizing the kickboxing, he didn't really call it kickboxing in the beginning. But he says, we're going to run a kick, and our kicking is going to be like a boxer. At that time, he felt that a lot of systems, they slugged with your foot. He says, you want to fence with your foot. You want to box with your feet like a boxer. You don't want to use it. So almost 80% of his strikes were with the front leg and the front hand. Because he felt if you were right-handed, that's your most powerful punch. If you're right leg, that's the most powerful kick. And since the left hand was weaker, he would put the left hand back for more power. And because in boxing he analyzed it that the jab scored so frequently but could not put the person out of commission. It just added up a lot of points. So that's why he put the left hand back for more power, and he felt if you put the strongest hand forward at that time, okay, whether you're right-handed or left-handed, then it's going to be more powerful. And for him, it worked beautifully because he had the power. He worked on it. his 3-inch, pound for pound, I think he punches. He's like the hardest puncher you would ever meet. You know, he's like a miniature Marciano. You might look at his boxing form and you'll say, well, that's not maybe the most polished boxing form you see. He would be like a Marciano, a miniature Marciano or a miniature Frazier, you know. And although he admired Muhammad Ali because he liked the left hand to score frequently. That's why sometimes he would drop his lead. Sometimes people say, no, he's dropping his, Muhammad Ali, he dropped his lead. And that's what Bruce Lee did. He dropped his right lead because he said the jab coming up is hard to see. And this is some of the reason why he developed it. And his kicking was like fencing and boxing. He wanted to score frequently to make it very, very sophisticated. The drill here is target recognition and responding to a stimulus. In other words, he used to say to us, you have to respond like an echo and adapt like a shadow. If you can do this, this is what martial arts is all about. Okay, so we're going to do this very slow. And these are very signals that we used to flash. If we put it here, this is for the jab. Anytime I put it here, is for the jab. Anytime I put it with this hand, this is for the cross. Anytime I put my hand like that, that's for the jab cross. Anytime I put it like this, this is the jab, cross, hook, cross. Anytime I put it like this, this is jab, cross, body hook, cross. Anytime I put it like this, cross, uppercut, cross, back. If I put it like this could be left uppercut, right uppercut, hook, and cross. If he reverses it, hook, uppercut, cross, and hook. Okay? This is very, very important. This range here is for JKD. This is for now tech. This is for now tech. This is for now tech at the high line. Night tech and low line. At one time period, we used to put it on our inner thigh. We have taken this out because a lot of beginners will miss the leg completely. So what we do now is put it like this. That's the target. See, he's responding. The minute he sees a target, that's what he's going to respond to. We also used to put it like this. Most of us now put it like this so that you get the body position. Okay? We also used to put it like this, which we no longer do. We just put it over here like that. So this is what we call JKD. Okay? This is a form of a dumb tech. It's a stomp. Okay? It goes right on the thigh. Okay? The side kick could be at middle line on that side. The side kick could be at middle line on that side. Okay? The low side kick is placed over here. Okay? Sometimes we used to wear baseball shin guards over here while we're doing this. Okay. Again, his idea is anytime I would put a target out, he would adapt to it. If I put the target like this, now if I put the target in close, he would use the left horizontal elbow, right horizontal elbow, right down elbow, left down elbow, right upward elbow, left upward elbow. If you use the sut, okay, these are called dang, or the elbow targets. The thing that we change up here is a lot of times in the elbow, we were taught to put the hand here while we elbow. Because of our influence and exposure to Muay Thai and Bandoletwe and Takali, we put the hand here. Because when he elbows here, see, right, and I elbow back, he's going to run into it. However, if he elbows here and he puts his hand here, there's a chance that your reaction will not come back. And that's one of the things we changed in the Junfan Jikendo program. It's not that it was bad at that time period. For that time period, it was very, very good. Everything has to evolve. If it doesn't evolve, okay? So again, I'm just going to go very slow. Notice that he's going to recognize a target. Okay? He's going to recognize the target. He's going to recognize the target. He's going to recognize the target. This will be in combination. Put it over here. Over here. Okay, if I hit the body like this, we'll do this very slow so you can see what we're doing. If I hit the target on that side, he's just going to respond. Okay. If I hit the target this way, he can bob and weave. Okay. Or cross, as we previously saw. This can also be the same basic. Okay. Or he can just cover. That's 1, 2, 3. Or he can cover on that side. See? 1, 2, 3. Because this is what you're going to do at random. So this is very, very important that you put these drills together. A beginner, I would recommend, if you're teaching a beginner, is just to start with this one here. Jab. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, single cross. Single jab. Low jab. Lead now tech. Rear now tech. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
And the trainer takes care. If he's a beginner, you want to go a little bit slower. For a more intermediate, you want to pick up the pace a little bit. And for the advanced, you can pick up the pace to a very high level. Kickboxing is a eye-and-hand coordination, and these drills are used to develop a person before he gets into kickboxing. Okay, so with these now, what you're going to do when the jab comes, you can either catch it, we call it jig pock, or you can long pocket. And then you're going to return back. I'm going to do this slowly. 1, 2. You can catch, or you can do it simultaneously. So catch and hit, or simultaneously. If he hits the low line, it's pat and hit, pat and hit, pat and hit, pat and hit, or simultaneously. The same way here. Simultaneously, or tap and hit, catch and hit, catch and hit, catch and hit. That's usually the first one I like to teach the beginners. The second one involves that he's in the play now, so he gets to learn how to react to the hook. So I catch, I jab, and then I hook. Again, catch, again, again. Now the drill can also work at the low line. Okay. Okay. Now, the other drill we like to do from here is this. I'm going to catch, and I'm going to return the lead rear kick. Catch, and we throw the front leg. Or I catch, jab, and kick. So he learns to respond also to this also. See, catch, he's responding to the rear leg, responding to the front leg. Back to here, back to here, back to here, back, front leg. You notice again, I'm going to do this slow. You catch, you jab, throw the rear leg. Catch, jab, throw the front leg. Catch, jab, throw the cross, and then the hook. Catch, jab, cross, hook, kick. So it can go in any kind of format like that. You also can receive the lead now tech, follow for 3 punches. What is going to happen over here, notice on the training, he's going to get used to defending. Again, 1, 1, 2, 3. Again, okay, 1, 2, 3. He's going to kick on that side, back to that side, 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. There are many drills like this in Junfang Kung Fu Jeet Kune Do, but we're going to take one that's very important, I think, in teaching the person. The drills are good because they'll develop a person, a very gun-shy person, and develop him to get into contact slowly. So what you want to do is catch the jab, parry the cross, cover on the hook, then he's going to bob and weave, and he's cross, hook, and he's going to kick. One more time. He has 2 kicks. Look closely again. 1, 2, 3. Bob and weave. 1, 2, and kick again. All right. Again. 1, 2, 3. Bob and weave. 2, kick and kick. Again. Catch. Back. Hit. Back. Hit and hit. One more time. Okay. One more time again, please. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Back and kick. One more time again. 1, 2, 3. I hope this tape will give you insight into Junfang Kung Fu as the base system and the principles of Jeet Kune Do. I want to thank Rick Young from Scotland for helping me on tape, and also Eric Paulson, who helped me on this tape. Thank you very much.
And Bruce Lee drew from Western sources. Don't let anyone fool you. It has a Chinese name, but he drew from both East and West. And I know this. Although people say in writing, and I don't care how many books are written, they weren't there. They don't know. And that's all I'm going to say about it.